Hello, hello, my beautiful crafty friends. Welcome in. It is Deanna at the Blushing Mint. I am so thankful and grateful that you guys are joining me today. I am here to give you a new project idea. So as I've said in the past couple of videos, I am looking at trying to get started on Christmas a little bit at a time for the next 3 months, September, October, and November. So when December comes, I don't have to worry about anything. Sorry, my dog decided he's going to bark. Typical, Dion turns on the video and the dog barks. So anyway, I have decided for Christmas this year, I am going to do what I am going to be calling a pin-spired holiday. So what I've done is I have set up a board on my Pinterest. I've got my phone out here, something you guys normally don't see. I have my phone out here. I'm going to click on Pinterest. Whoops, there's the project. And I created a board called Pinspired Christmas. Yep, I got all sorts of things going on my Pinterest board. But what I've done is I have gone through Pinterest and I have found a bunch of different projects that I'd like to try, and I'm going to turn some of them into Christmas projects. Some of them are already Christmas inspired. So that is what we're going to be doing this holiday season for the next 3 months, is I'm going to do 1, maybe 2 projects a week that are pin-inspired holiday projects. So friends, let me show you our first project. So this is my board. This is what my Pinterest board looks like, and I'm going to scroll through. And I am choosing this pin right here. It is a pin from Carol Kolka. And this is my Pinspiration project for today. These are going to be easy projects, guys. This is not projects that are going to be complicated or anything like that. I want us to use the things that we have on hand for the most part in order to create these projects and to be able to add them into our journals as we go along, to fill those journals up and have them ready to go out the door or ready to be used by the 1st of December. So this first project here, as you can see, utilizes a guest check, some trims and embellishments, and then it is just filled with journaling cards and has a little extra trim, some sewing around the edges. Super easy project, but I thought these would be fun projects to use in our Christmas project. So I've done a couple prototypes here just because I wanted to see how quickly I could get these made. And so these are 2 of the projects that I'm going to do today. Of course, I don't have everything in here. I actually did think that I had this embellishment, but in my time frame and what I'm willing to look for, to spend looking for it, I couldn't find them. So that's fine. I have a ton of other Christmas trims that are going to work just perfectly for this, and I'm sure that if you guys have a craft room even a quarter of the size and filled with a quarter of the things that I have, maybe even a 1/10, you can find enough little embellishments that you can create this same project for your holiday journals as well. So let's take a minute here and get a little bit of pinspiration going, friends. I'm going to just set that aside for myself. So the first thing that we need to do, because I'm going to be dyeing my guest checks, I need to put the gloves on, friends. Oh, see? Okay, so we're going to put 1 glove on, friends, which is fine. And then I have a piece of, this is parchment paper or sandwich wrap from Amazon or someplace like that I have. And I'm going to take out 2 guest checks. I did these first ones using, and I'm using my old ink pads, guys. So if you don't have Tim Holtz sprays or anything like that, I'm using my inks. So the first ones I did using this Hollyberry Red, so that's what these 2 were. And I'm actually going to do the next 2 using my Forest Foliage stamp. So all I do here is lay a little bit of this color out here, spray it with some water. This kind of has a little bit of tealish kind of hint to it, but we'll see if it picks it up that way on the card. So you just add a little extra color in here. Do the next one. They don't have to be fully covered. You can see this one it's not fully covered. This one is even less colored, so don't think that you have to, have them perfect. You certainly don't by any stretch of the imagination. And you just add some color to your guest checks. Now, guys, I got these guest checks at Walmart, I believe. I do want a little bit more green color, I think, so just lay a little bit more on here, spray a little bit more water, lay these cards in here. And so I picked these up at my local Walmart. I know that Sam's Club and Costco and places like that also carry them in their office supply section, so that is an option if you're looking for them. I also think that I have some ephemera kits on my Etsy shop, or not my Etsy shop because I don't have an Etsy shop. I have a website, blushingmint.com, and I do think I actually have some ephemera kits that have some of these in them as well. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this with my dryer. I also have a piece of just coffee dyed paper here that I'm going to pick up some of the excess ink with to just keep my desk a little bit cleaner here. And then I can set these cards on here and they'll dry just a bit faster. So I am going to go ahead and pause you while I dry these, because you do not need to see me watch ink dry. That's boring. So give me a second, friends, and I'll be right back here with you, okay? Okay, so I've got those dried. And this picked up a little bit of the red. I'm not mad. It's okay. Doesn't bother me at all. Okay, gotta get a... There was glue on the back of that page somewhere from something. It's on the back of my mat that I'm using. No big deal. All right, so now what we need is a little piece of music paper. Get my little thing here, because as you can see, there's a little piece of music paper underneath the pocket. So I need me a little piece of music paper. So I have this piece here. And what we do is we tear off the little bottom part of the guest check here. This is a super easy little project, and that's my hope for this project, is that we can just use easy peasy little projects. And they still have impact and will help us fill up our journals quickly as we go along. So I just am gluing on the back here, and I'm doing 2 at a time for us, just because 1, it's efficiency, and 2, it's kind of easier to mass make these. I think these could be a super fun mass make project. If you're into mass making, this is a good one for that. Okay, and so then I'm just going to make sure those are adhered down well. Get my little, dropped my guest checks. Get my cutting board. And I'm going to cut across the top of our pockets here. Trying to learn where this new cutting board cuts, and I don't want to cut anything off. Oh, that was good. Okay. And then cut along the edge here. Oops. And maybe and along the edge here. So yeah, so I hope you guys are going to like this project or this series basically, because that is going to be my, for the next couple months, that's what I'm going to be working on. I love to check out Pinterest. There's just so many great ideas. I know maybe it's a rarely used anymore. I don't know. I'm not a up-to-date kind of person. I'm not a TikTok person, at least not yet. So I spend some time on Pinterest checking out projects and whatnot, and I thought, let's do a pin-spired holiday. That will be fun. So now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply Fabri-Tac around. Now, if I wanted to ink, I would go ahead and I would ink around my pockets and whatnot. Believe it or not, friends, I'm not going to ink. I'm not inking. I didn't ink. No ink other than the ink from the project itself. So I'm going to apply art glitter glue around the two sides and the bottom of our pocket. And we're going to just go ahead and attach that here to the bottom. Like that. And then this other one. But for me, when I make journals, the signatures and everything go quickly. It's all the extras inside the journals that take the time. So I thought, and I'm not one to like want to do a lot of mass makes or anything like that, because one, I forget where I put them, two, I forget to use them, they don't match exactly the way I want them to, etc., etc. I have all the excuses in the book. But for this, I know I already have my signatures made, so I know kind of the colors and whatnot that I'm going to be playing with for the season. So this way I can kind of color coordinate as well as just create several of the same type of items to put in each one of the journals. So that's kind of my goal with this, while also getting new inspiration for myself from Pinterest. So I am going to pause for a second. Now that I've got my pockets glued on here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this over to my sewing machine and I'm going to sew all the way around, not across the pocket though. I didn't sew on the top of the pocket. You certainly could. If you did that, you'd have to do that before you adhere it to the back as well. So I'm going to pause you for a second while I go sew these, and then we'll meet right back here. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've sewn around both of those all the way around. And I've left the strings on. I don't know if I'll leave the strings on, take the strings off. I'm not sure how I'll do it at the end of the day, but I'm leaving them on for now. And then I kind of want to do these as pairs. They probably won't go side by side or anything, but I'm going to kind of do the same trims, at least for these ones. So all I did here is I have this trim. You guys, I'm not even sure where I've got this. I'm 99% positive I got it at a thrift shop somewhere along the line. So all I did here is just glued around the bottom of the pocket and attached, and I'm using Fabri-Tac just because I want to make sure that all that extra bulk and whatnot adheres and it doesn't come off. And then I'm just gonna trim it flush to the card. Okay. Like that. I love it. And then I have this pile of buttons that I got for Christmas one year. I'm pretty sure probably either from my mom or my sister. And, but do I want a red one on here this time? Maybe. Come on. Why? Why is the button that I want at the bottom? Well, there's probably one somewhere else. I just need to look. Needs to be darker. Okay, I like that one better. Then all I did here is I have a little bit of black, yes, embroidery, or no, what is this? This is the waxed linen thread that I use to sew my journals in. And so I just grabbed some of it. And I'm just going to pop it through and tie a bow. Mind you, this is, well, I think maybe I got a big enough piece this time that I can actually tie a bow with it. I struggled on that other one. I didn't cut my piece big enough, and oh my Lord, I struggled to make a bow, friends, but you know, I'm always on the struggle bus, and that's okay. At least I'm on a bus. No matter where I'm going, at least I'm on a bus and I'm not out in the elements. Just saying. See what I'm saying, friends? My struggle is real. My struggle is real. I might have to pause you while I try to make a bow because I'm just not that smart. And fingernails are not my friends either. Because I need to get my nails done. Are you guys on the struggle bus with me right now? Thanks. Thanks for joining me in my time of need. And you're all saying, Dion, there was an easier way. I'm sure there is, but yep. Wouldn't be me if I didn't show you my struggles, all of them. Every last bow making one of them. And of course, you wouldn't have to make a bow. You could just tie a knot. But not me. I'm going to struggle, friends. I'm going to struggle because I don't want this video to be 5 minutes. You know, I need it to be a little longer than 5 minutes, even though this is a super easy project. And I'm excited. I wanted to start with an easy one just because I didn't want to feel bad. Okay, then I just cut my little strings off here. And I put a little drop of glue over my knot so that my knot doesn't come untied. And then I just glued up the back of it here and tuck it onto my little guest check. So there is another one done. And then this one here, again, I thought I had this little trim, but yep, I can't find it. I have this one, but and I guess, oh, whoops, I just closed my Pinterest. That's all right. This could actually look like a poinsettia, maybe if I dyed it correctly. I never thought about that, but, you know, that's for another video, friend. I'll find another pin-spired project, and maybe I'll do that. All right, but I have, this is Place and Time ribbon. It says it's a Joann Stores ribbon. So if you are looking for it, I got it at Joann's, obviously, because it's a place and time trim, and it's called Woodland Lodge. And I am just going to go ahead and put this across the bottom. I like the way it looked. I thought it was kind of cute. I got junk everywhere. I'm going to just put my phone up, friends, for a second because, you know. And so I am just going to glue 1, 2 to the big tree. To the big tree. That's what I need to know. I need to glue to the big tree. And I'm just going to glue across the bottom here. Make sure I get all the little arms of our little tree so that everything lays down flat. Now, I could not glue the whole thing, and it could actually be like another tuck. You could probably tuck into it, but I want it to glue down all the way. That's how I'm doing it for now. And then I just laid it in here across the bottom. And then take my scissors and cut down the sides. And there is that. Sorry, friends, paused you accidentally because, you know, that's what happens when my mouse is in the way. And then all I did was, just to show you, is I just grabbed a few little embellishments to put in the pockets here. Let me see what, whoop, I about fell off my chair, friends. I leaned too far over. Oh my, I'm a mess. Okay, so I have a bunch of miscellaneous ephemera packs from different kits that I have. And so that's what I've tucked into these pockets for the time being. Now, whether it stays there or not, I'm not sure. But for now, I have all these cute little tags that I can tuck into these pockets. And over here, let's grab a different pack. Just as a way to fill the pockets and use up some of these things that I already have in my stash, and I am trying to use up the things that I have, friends. That is one of my goals for this Christmas, is to use up the things that I already have in my kits and just laying around, because I have plenty of things. Okay, so now let's go back to our little pin-spired project here. And so from Carol's pin on Pinterest to my Pinspired Projects board for a Pinspired holiday, here is my take. So a super quick, super fast, easy project that we can add to our journals, which I'm trying to find one, friends. I know I've got one laying down here. Pardon me. Okay, if this was our journal, now this one's basically already full, but if this was our journal and this was our page, we could add it right here to our page. Look how cute that is. That's adorable in this journal. And you could add it all the way down. You could glue the two sides and the bottom and have a tuck behind, plus our pocket here. You could add just glue to the two sides here and have that tuck behind. You could put it on a side over here, just glue those two sides. So this is this I think is just a great, easy pocket idea and way to use up some of the things that we may have in our collections, but we are being pinspired for the season. And so there, friends, that is my pinspired project make for today. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you take a chance and try this project for yourself. Please give me a thumbs up. Tell me if you liked this project. Give me a thumbs up. Comment below and tell me what you think of it. And by all means, share. If you guys make this project, please go share it so that I can see how you were pinspired by Carol's pin herself. So I'd love to see it, friends. Thank you guys for joining me. I'd love to hear what you think of where I'm going for holiday 2024. All right, friends, until next time, take care, be well, and we'll chat again real soon. Bye-bye.